Hi, it's Kaisha McCrae. I'm excited to share that I have a new radio show, and it is Growing Perspectives with Kaisha. I invite you to listen in and join us. We will have guests that will share with us their successful career transitions and their growth. We're going to have stories, we will share resources, and we're going to have a great time. So once again, listen in to Growing Perspectives with Kaisha, and you can follow me on LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook. Kaisha McCray.
Well, welcome once again. I'm Kaisha McCrae, and I want to invite you to listen into our discussion today with Growing Perspectives with Kaisha. I have a special guest today. Her name is Tracy Gerard, and in a few moments, she's going to introduce herself and share a little bit more about her background. Before Tracy and I start talking, I just want to share a quick update. We have two events coming up with Growing Perspectives. One is our Women in Leadership Breakfast. It's next Thursday, September 14th, 8:30 to 10. We have a fantastic lineup. Charvette Mitchell will be our guest speaker. Women leaders from across the area are joining us. Come and join us. Come have a great time. You can register at www.growingperspectives.com or Eventbrite. We will be meeting at BizWorks in North Chesterfield. And the second announcement is that our fall 2-day retreat is October 20th through the 21st in Williamsburg. We're pumped, we're excited. You can register at our website for that retreat, and we'll share more details next week. So, Tracy Gerard, thank you for joining us.
Yay.
And share with us, what do you do today and how did you get into your current career?
Well, my name is Tracy Gerard. I'm with the Gerard Real Estate Group, brokered by eXp Realty. I am a real estate agent located right here in Midlothian. And how I got started into the business? Well, I was in college and my counselor said, you need an elective. Why don't you try principles of real estate? And I said, all right, why not? Easy A, I can do it. And that's literally how I picked this career.
That is so awesome.
And that was back in 2005, and I've been a licensed real estate agent ever since then.
That is awesome. So Tracy and I are a part of the same 212 group.
Yes.
So that's how we met each other a couple of years ago. And Tracy is our team lead. So I want to say that I got a chance to know her and meet her as a visitor to the group. I felt very comfortable. Tracy had a lot of insight. It was just wonderful to talk to. So I thought you would be a great guest to bring on the show today.
Awesome. Thank you.
So talk to us about when you decided to go into real estate. What were the key, I would say, top things that help you be successful in real estate?
I think just picking a passion. And I had a passion, and I still have a passion for helping first-time home buyers. Because at the time when I was in college, I was in the process of buying my first house, and I knew nothing. I knew nothing. My instructor was actually my lender on my deal. So he and I were working together there. And so I didn't know anything. I didn't know anything about the process, and I just felt like I wasn't taught the things. No one took the time to actually sit down and discuss the process with me. So I wanted to give that back. And so that's why I specialize in working with first-time home buyers. That is my passion. I love educating the home buyers throughout the home buying process. I love being there for them before, during, and after the sale, because there's some of the things that you have to do before you even start the home buying process. So my job is just to kind of equip you with that information so that you can be ready to go. When you sit down in front of that lender, you got your ducks in a row and you're ready to go.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, I will say, since knowing you and meeting you, you did a successful transition.
Yes.
So you stayed in real estate, but you changed locations and companies. So tell us about how you decided to make a change, and what is it like being you are the owner of your real estate
Yes.
company. So talk to us about that change.
Well, the reason that I chose to switch to EXP was because of the training. I love training. I just think training and knowledge and education is the key to everything.
Right,
So
right.
with the education and that they offered, it just felt comfortable. I felt like it was the right thing for me to do. And then I was ready to take that next step. I was standing at the edge of that cliff, and I was ready to just jump off and just see, you know, where I landed. And
Excellent.
it's so far so good. It's just been a really, really, really great journey. EXP has been wonderful. And I'm continuing to learn. Like, I learn something every day because they just have the tools and everything that you need to be successful. So
That is awesome. So once again, you're listening to Growing Perspectives with Kaisha. I have Tracy Gerard, who is a real estate professional with us today. So Tracy's been talking to us about the value of continuing to learn and to grow. And she just recently transitioned, I would say within the last year or over a year.
Hasn't even been a year yet. So I transitioned in January.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah,
That's
coming up on a
awesome.
year.
Awesome. So what advice would you give someone that's thinking about transitioning? And what have you learned from taking the leap?
So the advice that I would definitely give is pick a company that is going to provide you with training. Okay. Because as you know, the market is continuously changing.
Right.
Trends are just there, everything is changing. We have
Mhm.
AI now
Yes,
that
yes.
so which is a whole nother thing. But just the training is so important. So that's what I was after. And I would recommend that, especially for newer agents, get with a company that is going to offer you the education and the training that you need to be successful in this business.
That's awesome. Well, you talked about trends. So I read some about what's happening in real estate, but not nearly as much as you do, because that's what you do every day.
Yes.
And so tell us, what are some of the top trends we need to know about that's
Mhm.
happening in real estate?
Well, I think the biggest thing right now is the interest rates. Interest rates are rising. We're being told that there will be another push on that before they come down. And the main thing is just buyers are kind of on the fence.
Yes.
They're kind of pulling back because they're
Mhm.
saying, like, I don't want to pay,
Right.
7.5 or 7% interest rate.
Right.
Well, that's true, but you got to look at it in both ways. And here's what I'm trying to get buyers to understand is that you can get a better deal right now
Say more.
with your seller, because a lot of buyers on the fence. So houses are sitting on the market for longer. So you can
Okay.
come in and say, I want all of my closing costs paid.
Okay,
And they're
okay.
doing it because houses are sitting. Now you got to take a look at the flip side of that. When rates come down, what do you
Yes.
think is going to happen? Everybody that's on the fence is going to hop back into the market.
Yes.
And what do you think is going to happen to home prices? They're going to go up,
Yes.
right? And home sellers are not going to offer you anything because they don't have to,
That's correct.
because you're in competition with someone. Okay, so are interest rates high? Yes, but it's the best time, in my opinion, to go ahead and purchase, because you got to look at it in this sense as well. When rates dropped,
Right.
you just refinance your house that you got into it on a really good deal.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. And that's encouraging to
Yes.
hear that though rates are higher than what we are accustomed to, you can always refinance. The sellers are more flexible.
Yes.
So it's still a good time
Great
to
time.
explore
Yes.
the housing industry and the housing market. So I'm excited. I look at your updates on social media, and I have to often say, congratulations, congratulations, because I see the sales going through of the homes. So if someone is looking for that next, I talk a lot with jobs, I almost said job, but someone is looking for that next house or investment property, what are some of the first things that you would recommend that they do?
Well, I would say definitely sit down with your realtor and have a buyer consultation. Because when I sit down with my buyers, I want to know your goals. I want to know exactly how long are you planning on being in this house? what are your short-term goals? What are your long-term goals? And then that will and then help me to come up with a plan that's going to fit your needs. Because some people, they're in the military and they're only going to be in the house for 3 years. Well, we got to look at that. We got to look at, okay, well, you need to be somewhere that home prices are going to appreciate faster, because you're not going to be in the house that long. Some people are, looking at schools, so I think the buyer consultation is the most important. And it all goes back to like educating that buyer on the process, on the trends, get their goals, and then you can come up with a plan for them.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So I'm very excited. So you told us about how you got into real estate.
Yes.
And once again, you're listening to Growing Perspectives with Kaisha. Our special guest today is Tracy Gerard. She told us about how she got into real estate. She told us about some trends in the market related to real estate. And she told us, if you're new and you're thinking about real estate, what to look for.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm hearing a theme around education, learning, just continuing to be up to date.
Yes.
And really specializing with your clients.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the things that she shared that's really important to get into the career and to be successful.
And to find your niche, like to find your passion. If you can visit my YouTube channel, all of my videos are centered around first-time home buyers. Like that is my passion. I love working with first-time home buyers. And then also people with, life happens, and sometimes we have some challenges on our credit report, and I like working with those individuals as well, let's look at your credit report. Let's see what we can do to fix it. And let's get you into that house. Like, don't count yourself out. There is a plan. And I like to sit down with my buyers and educate them on, the process, come up with a plan, and let's get you into that house. Like, you can do it.
That's awesome. Well, Tracy, I'm pumped. So I want to ask you if people had other questions for you.
Yes.
About real estate, about your, YouTube channel, how can they contact you?
Yes. So again, Tracy Gerard. I am on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok.
Just a little
You can find me on all social media platforms. But if you are a first-time home buyer and you're just looking for like tips, like quick little videos, tips on what to do, checking accounts, what you should have in there, your credit score, just tips that you are looking for when you're ready to start the home buying process, I would recommend that you visit my YouTube channel. It is called Real Estate with Tracy. And you can find me on Instagram, you can find me on LinkedIn, you can find me on TikTok, and you can find me on Facebook.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And Tracy does a great job. What she just mentioned, of keeping you up to date, sharing insights. So I want to thank you for being a guest today. Yes. And I look forward to you coming back again.
I would love to.
Thank you.
Yes.
So once again, thank you for listening in to Growing Perspectives with Kaisha. And we look forward to you joining us next week. Have a wonderful day and a wonderful week.
It's Kaisha McCray. I'm excited to share that I have a new radio show, and it is Growing Perspectives with Kaisha. I invite you to listen in and join us. We will have guests that will share with us their successful career transitions and